So a couple of weeks before this, we were talking about Toreando passing. So doing this crescent step, turning, getting to this point here, okay? So a lot of the time as I'm using this as a setup to get to half guard. Half guard is one of the strongest passing positions there is because people will let you have it. It's easy to get upper body grips there, and also you can pass straight to mount. So when I'm here and I go, I'm keeping a control on the shin of the far leg. As I turn, his only way to try and keep control is to bring this leg inside to try and get some connection to me. When this happens, my knees are going to come to both hips. This knee comes to this hip. This knee comes to the far hip. That's really, really important. If I'm here and I'm just pinching one leg, this whole hip is free. This is a hard half guard to deal with. So I want to be knee on either hip. From here, the elbow comes down. I close the Lamborghini door here. Boom. So I have a full wrap around the hips. From here, if he tries to push on me, it's easy for me to come up to an underhook. If he's just keeping his frames in tight, I get my head underneath and I drive the arm up. From here to free the knee. If his knee's vertical and my knee's horizontal, it's going to be very hard for me to get my knee out, so I need to take it the other way. Once I have control over the upper body with the head and arm, I come to my toes and I walk sideways so that his knee comes to the floor. From here, close up on the foot, I frog walk. I go heel, toe, heel, toe to walk this in, so my knee comes over. Once my knee's on the floor, I don't rush to mount. I use this as a way to stretch him out. If he's staying in tight, it's hard for me to get his arms up over his head where I want them for a good mount. So I hook here and I sprawl this leg down. This connection with the knee to his hip makes this easy. So I sprawl and I Superman the arm up. And now I'm free to bring this shoelace over, slap the foot out, and now I'm into a really good mount. Other things that we did today, getting past the knee shield. If I end up in a bad half guard, where the person has a knee shield and a good frame like this, I want to come around. There's multiple ways to do this, but this is my favorite. I bring my elbow high and I pull his elbow down. Then my elbow goes through to the other side and I sit my hips through. From here, because we're trying to keep this in, so I hook over his foot and I get my hand on the pocket. I walk into the center, okay? Now he has no knee shield and I'm free to bring this hand in and push on the knee or the hip to bring the knee out. Now we're right back to where we were before. I can just raise this arm up, slap the foot out, and now I'm into a great attacking position where I can do arm triangles, etc. The final thing we did today is, just a little bit closer. If I'm here and I don't have the knee shield, but he's got a strong control over my leg and he's trying to get an underhook. The higher up he gets this underhook, the worse it is for me, because then he starts to come up. So I want to make sure that I go low to the underhook. When it comes in, I go down low to the hips. I grab the wrist, and as I turn my hips, this helps me push the wrist to the floor. From here, this arm comes over and I connect my Kimura grip. Now to get out of here, I'm going to put my forehead on the floor, walk into a high tripod, and fall behind his head. This is into T-Kimura, okay? Which we'll talk about another time. There's tons of great options from here. But the one we did today, the really simple one, not super high percentage, but very simple. I shoot my hips back, the crook of my knee comes to his neck. It's important here that I don't go sideways, because then I'm just pressuring his jaw. I turn up to face the sky, and I kick my leg down into his neck. And then I get the tap. And that's everything we did this week. Thanks so much.